ONSHAPE is a 3D CAD software. CAD stands for Computer Aided Design. If you want to build a 3D CAD model, you first need to start with a sketch. A sketch is like a sheet of paper. If you're going to sketch on a sheet of paper, you're going to want to have a solid surface to draw on, like a table. A work plane is like a table. This is a work plane. This is a work plane. And this is also a work plane. A surface is also like a table. This is a surface. This is a surface, and this is also a surface. So when you start a sketch, you place it on a work plane or a surface. Then you're ready to start a drawing. There are lots of different tools to draw. The first one is a line. A line is a straight drawing between 2 points. Then we have rectangle. A rectangle is a 4-sided shape using 2 points for the diagonal corners. Next we have a circle. Circle is a shape using a center point and a radius. Then we have an arc. An arc is a curved shape using 3 points, a start, an end, and a radius. Next we have a polygon. A polygon is a multi-sided shape using a center point, number of sides, and a radius. We also have a polyline. A polyline is a curved shape using a series of connected points. We also have a point. A point is a point. And finally we have text. When you draw text, the text goes inside of a rectangle using 2 points for the diagonal corners. We also have offset. Offset duplicates a sketch to a set distance from the original. You can see in the picture that the circles outside the first circle are 1/4 inch apart. Constraints. Constraints are a limitation or restriction that helps control the sketch. These dimensions are constraints. Profile. We can use a valid profile to create a 3D shape. A profile is any enclosed shape. This toy has multiple valid profiles. A profile can be used to press something into a 3D shape. We call that 3D shape an extrusion. An extrusion is a 2D profile pulled into a 3D shape. If this is a profile, this is an extrusion. So now you have a 3D shape. So what's next? You can add a fillet. A fillet is a round edge applied to the corner of a 3D part. A fillet takes the sharp edge of a 3D shape and rounds it off. This is a fillet. You can add a chamfer. A chamfer is a straight slanted edge to a corner of a 3D part. A chamfer is when you take the sharp edge of a 3D part and create a straight diagonal line for the corner. That is a chamfer. You can add a shell. A shell removes the material from the inside of a 3D model. So your 3D model starts out as a full shape, and then you can cut out the inside. This is called a shell. You can also scale your drawing. Scale increases or decreases the actual size of the component you are drawing. So if this is the full size component, this is the scaled down version of that same component. Scale and zoom are different. Scale changes the size of the component, where zoom does not change the size of the component. It just increases or decreases the size of the component on the screen. Axis. Axis is a construction line that can be used to mirror or revolve sketches. This line is an axis. Mirror. Mirror creates a copy of a sketch across an axis. So this is the axis we start out with, and this is the drawing that we've drawn. We can take that Batman symbol and mirror it across the axis. Rotate is a profile that is rotated around an axis to create a 3D shape. So this is the axis we start with. This is the profile that we draw, and when we revolve this, it'll create a 3D object using that profile. A component is a single part used to create an assembly. This bar is a component. This pin is also a component. If we take multiple bars and pins and we combine them together, we get an assembly. An assembly is multiple parts combined to create a new model. And those are the basics of ONSHAPE. Good luck!